everyone, you're watching Rolf from Rolf's Garden. In this video I'm gonna give every one of you a quick update of my garden and my tropical potted plants, which are currently still growing most of the time in my patio. I always keep them in during the night, during some colder days, but I do have to say that right now it's 14 degrees Celsius and the sun is shining, so I do have to say it's pretty warm outside. So during warmer days I always let my potted tropical plants like my mango plant, my lychee plants and my beautiful avocado plant, I always put the pots outside during hotter days like today. It's not very hot, but I always keep them somewhere out of the wind because it's still a little bit chilly. Normally the real summer, as you can say in Belgium, starts in end of April or the beginning of May. There is still a chance of frost until the 14th of May. So some of my plants, like my avocado plant, which by the way I'm not sure which variety avocado plant it is. I did some research about it, and the color of the leaves and how the plant looks overall says that it's probably a Fuerte or a Haas avocado plant, but I probably won't know it for sure until I have the first fruit of this plant. So now I'm gonna show you all of my plants and how they are doing right now. My avocado plant, I do have to say, is doing pretty well. I trimmed it a few days ago. I removed the damaged leaves and the smaller leaves, and it produces these new leaves on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Already more than 10 leaves, so that's very good. And it also produces some side shoots. Not only does it grow upwards, but it also grows sidewards. So these little side shoots, let me show you, also looks pretty good. And it has been producing these huge leaves and they look really healthy. But the thing about my avocado plant is right now it's still in a pot. But I'm thinking about planting it in full ground after the 14th of May. Now I live in Belgium, so that is a pretty big risk, but I'm planning on putting it somewhere next to the fence between this house, this garden and the neighbors. So it's a wooden fence of, let's say, 3 meters tall or maybe 2 meters tall, out of the wind, and also next to a little bush. So normally if I plant it out of the wind it should do fine. In Belgium there are very hot summers. Most of the time a bad thing about it is that it's always a little bit dry during days that it's 35 degrees Celsius. There's never a period where we have temperatures of, let's say, 30 degrees Celsius and a little bit of rain, steady temperatures at night. Most of the time when it is that hot in Belgium, you have sometimes a week where you have some days that it's 29 degrees Celsius, 36 degrees Celsius and sometimes even 38 degrees Celsius, which is normally fine. Normally the avocado plant can take those temperatures. But the problem is that most of the time during that week it won't be raining at all. So you have to water it a lot, which can be a challenge. Like in winter, there's a winter from November until officially April, or let's say May. But the first good temperatures start in let's say March, but it can still freeze, so that's always a risk. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Should I plant my avocado plant in the ground and let it produce fruit, or should I keep it in this pot or maybe transplant it into a bigger pot? These are the little date plants. They're currently still in small 9 cm pots. They are growing very slowly, but they are doing fine, I would say. If you haven't watched my video about how to grow date palms from seed, make sure you watch it. This is my small mango seedling. As you can see, it has some new leaves. So that's a good thing. These two lychee plants are about 1.5 years old right now. One is looking pretty good, I would say. Also some new leaves. The other one also produces some new leaves, but that plant is full of ants, which I'm not sure I'm too happy about, because I googled it up and it says that they can cause severe damage to the leaves. So if anyone knows if there's like a organic way of solving this problem, let me know in the comments down below. I have two Canary date palms and this is the biggest one. I don't know if it's a female palm or a male palm. If you know it, let me know in the comments down below. As you guys may already know, this is my other Canary date palm that I planted in ground about 2 weeks ago. If you haven't watched that video yet about how to grow a Canary date palm in your garden successfully and get it to grow into a big beautiful date palm, make sure you watch this video and like this video if you enjoyed it and if it was helpful. But this other palm I am currently keeping in the spot just to be safe, because the other one is already in the ground. But I heard next week that there's still a chance of frost and it will drop below 2 degrees Celsius at night, and there's 60% of frost some nights, so I can protect it with a winter cloth, but I don't know if that's enough. If you want to see me plant this Canary date palm into full ground, make sure to wait a few months, because I'm planting it into the ground after the 14th of May or the 13th of May, when the chest of frost here is over. I do have to say the trunk looks pretty solid already. The plant overall looks healthy to me. Most nights I'm keeping it outside just so the palm can adapt to the little colder temperatures. During the day I'm also keeping the pot outside somewhere in my garden out of the wind. And somewhere in May, when the temperatures are like 25 degrees Celsius and the soil is warm enough, I'm gonna plant it a few meters next to the other palm, so they can pollinate each other. Although the fruit is not edible, they can still pollinate each other's flowers that way. I'm not sure which is the female or male version. I still have to figure that out. I do know that you can see it from the leaves. One has like sharp leaves and the other one has more soft leaves. And one also grows taller and the other one grows wider, which you can also choose a little bit by the way you're trimming it, you're pruning it, but we'll see. A couple of months ago in October or November, I was standing next to this Japanese fiber banana plant. Right now it's still dormant, so the plant hasn't produced new shoots yet, because the temperatures at night are still pretty cold. Most of the nights about, in March in Belgium, about 4 to 2 degrees Celsius, so it's not warm enough. But I think that the new banana shoots will probably come out of the roots, let's say in April or May. The coming months there are still some things to be done in this garden. Next to me you can see 3 Himalaya cedar trees, which are very big. I would say some kind of cedar tree. They don't grow natively here in Belgium, so I don't know how they grew here or how they got up in this garden, but they happen to grow here some kind of mysterious way. But the thing is about these trees is that they, in some seasons, during fall for example, they drop a lot of their needles, and those needles actually suffocate the grass around it. And also, if there's a storm, there's a very big risk that these trees fall down and break off, because the roots are not very deep of these trees. They're not like rooted into the ground very strong. So they do still look healthy, but in the coming weeks and months they will be removed. And they also take away a lot of sunlight for the grass and for the Canary date palms, and basically for the whole garden, which is not good. Right here, a few months ago, I also made a video about how to grow dwarf Cavendish banana plants in your garden. If you haven't watched this video yet, the video will pop up somewhere right here. If you want to know how to grow dwarf Cavendish banana plants yourself, make sure to watch some of my first videos. It goes the same as for my Japanese fiber banana plant. This banana plant also didn't produce new shoots yet. The plant is still dormant, so I'm curious when the first shoots will pop up above the ground. I would say, if I have to make a prediction, I would say somewhere in April or May. This is a Limequat plant that I planted in my backyard a little while back. Well, if you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about how to grow date palms, Canary date palms for example, or if you're someone who wants to grow their own avocados or bananas in their garden, make sure you like this video if you want to learn more about how to grow mango plants, avocado plants and lychee plants, but just tropical plants in general that produce fruit. See you next time.